All right, good evening. The time is 6:01 p.m. It is May 1st, 2023. This is a special meeting of the Argyle ISD Board of Trustees. At this time, we'll determine if a quorum is present.
Leona McDade, present.
Josh Westrom, present.
Richie Deffinball, present.
Matt Slayton, present.
Craig Oxworth, present.
John Bitter, present.
I, Sam Slayton, present. We do have a quorum established. At this time, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, at this time, we'll have a moment of silence, please. All right, thank you. All right, we've got public forum. We have 6 people signed up, so that is 5 minutes each exactly. We'll go ahead and start with Mr. Eric Fields. And Mr. Fields, in case you've forgotten from all these years of service on the board, you have 5 minutes to speak. We have a timer now. We don't have to rely. And when you have 1 minute left,
It's a fancy board.
it is a fancy board. You'll be told you have 1 minute left when we have 1 minute left, and then because it is a special meeting, you can only speak to the agenda items that are listed.
Okay, cool. About just general words of encouragement.
As it pertains to the agenda, how about that?
Great.
Go right ahead.
I just wanted to say really quick, I won't take long, just wanted to tell Dr. Wright, thank you for all the things that we've accomplished here at the district. You and your staff have done an awesome job. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you, and we've appreciated you. I personally enjoyed working with you on the board and earlier in 2012, 10 years ago. It seems like a long time ago, but I know so much has gone on that time flies. I also want to say thank you to the board. I know especially in times around election time, it can be a little bit fractured, can seem real stressful. I know some of the candidates are here. And it takes a personal toll, and I know that just as well as you guys. And I just want to keep encouraging you guys to do the right things, to continue to make good decisions for the district. You all have done a great job. I just simply want to say that I support you. The election will be over soon, and we're going to need good folks to continue to carry the torch for this district. So I just didn't want you to think that there are folks out there that didn't truly appreciate y'all. And I know when I served on the board, some nights I just wanted somebody to come here and say thank you. So that's why I'm here. I want to say thank you, and we appreciate you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fields. All right, Mrs. Betzold. All right. Whenever you'd like to begin, the floor is yours.
Hi. I speak to students all day, but I'm a little nervous around adults. So my family and I have lived in the Argyle School District for 21 years. In 2012, we lost our son Alex, and Dr. Wright came to our home. Since this time, 11 years, she has been an active member on our Shoot for the Stars committee. She has generously given of Argyle ISD's full support in our community events and in free heart screenings that have been given through Living for Zachary. that I've taught school now 30 years, and 17 of them are currently at Argyle High School. And I'd like to say that at the 3 other school districts where I taught, I don't remember the superintendent's name nor their faces, but I will always remember you, Dr. Wright, because you care. So thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Cole Tisdale.
My ego.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, my name is Cole, and I am a junior at Argyle High School. And I would like to read a letter that I wrote to Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for everything you have done for myself, my high school, and this school district. From the very beginning of my time in Argyle ISD, you welcomed both me and my mom with open arms. You always continue to check in on both of us and have made us both feel welcomed and loved by this school district. When my dad passed away last summer, you were one of my biggest cheerleaders. To this day, it still amazes me that you took the time out of your summer vacation to show up to my dad's funeral. And it still amazes me how caring and thoughtful you were to my recently widowed mother and to me. I cannot thank you enough for all your support throughout the loss, and I simply cannot express how much it meant to have you by my side through it all. I would also like to thank you for always supporting myself and Troop 601 and Troop 6015 in all of our theater endeavors. Seeing as our event doesn't draw as much support or attention as football, basketball, or baseball, it meant the world to our troop to have you at every performance and to know that we could always count on you to be the one person there for us. On our best performances, you were our loudest applause, and on our worst performances, you still found some way to make us feel better about our performance. I will never forget you attending every one-act performance I have ever been in, and even after our loss at regionals, you still made sure to text us immediately and express how proud we made not only our district, but you. I would also like to thank you for always being a beacon of hope and light every time I saw you on any occasion. And I would like to thank you for making both me and my mom feel as important to the district as you are. I know that without you, I would have never enjoyed Argyle as much as I do. And it has been a pleasure to have been your eagle for the past 2 years. Thank you for all the time, dedication, and sacrifice you've made for this district. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Marlo Warden.
Just looking at you guys' faces, I'm so blessed to be part of this district. The fall of 2005, I came the 6th week of school, replacing a teacher who just couldn't stand up to the kids' abuse. The principal we had at that time, there was a lot of struggles across the district, but Talina was there. I can't tell you how many stories you've heard, a few out here, and there are so many more. How she's gone above and beyond any other superintendent I've ever worked for, observed when my kids were in school. Every activity. But you know, I'm listening to these few stories here today, and there's one message that I just want to thank you for. Without relationship, there's not success. And I hope and pray as we get larger and larger and larger that we continue to have a superintendent that cares as much as Dr. Wright does. I've never seen any other superintendent that when me, just an ordinary teacher with a poof, emailed her on something and she asked me to call her and we talked for an hour and a half on the phone. A lot of hard questions and a lot of hard answers back. No matter what, she's always supported us. I never imagined I'd want to work continually here if somebody like Talina Wright, and to be honest with you, Talina Wright, was not in leadership. I'm finishing my 18th year. I'd like to be here a lot longer, and I'd hope and trust that we choose somebody that has a vision for relationship, not just numbers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Marcella Spiegelberg.
How are you guys?
Good. Thank you.
I wanted to say thank you to Talina Wright. I haven't known her for very long, but every single time I have reached out to her, she has responded back, I think, truthfully and carefully, and I've always respected her for that, even if we haven't always met eye to eye on everything. But also with that, the fact that this is happening so quickly and she's leaving so quickly, I wonder if there were a way to keep her here until we can find someone suitable to replace her. Not just an interim superintendent, but someone that's gonna come in and be in charge. And I wonder if that still couldn't be negotiated with her, with the board, to make sure that we have a seamless continuation into the next administration if needed. Right now we have so many things going on in the district, so it just feels really odd to me for this to happen like this, especially when Talina Wright is so well respected by so many people in the district. So I think if you guys were to reconsider that and renegotiate it, that we would better serve not just the students and the parents in the administration, but possibly even teachers. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Candace Allison.
Whenever we were talking about, how tonight was going to look and things that we were going to talk about, there was no way that I could pass this opportunity. I've been in Argyle for 2 years, and your legacy is a big part of why we chose to move here. We loved our previous district. My kids were happy, but there was something about Argyle ISD that was special, and it comes from your heart. And since we've been here, we've seen it, and we are just so appreciative to have had just our 2 years here with you, but to hear these wonderful stories and to hear about the impact that you've made, you've really set this district up for the long haul, and I cannot explain how appreciative we are. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that concludes public forum. We'll go ahead and move down to action. So at this time, I will consider and take action on regarding approval of Superintendent Dr. Talina Wright's retirement agreement. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve
Mr.
Dr. Talina Wright's retirement agreement. We're supposed to go executive session. Or is that? Okay.
All right, and that's a motion to approve by Mr. Westerholm. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, Mr. Matthew Slayton, second. Any further discussion, questions? All right, all in favor?
Can we comment?
Yeah, you can make a comment.
I just want to relay some of the comments from the folks on the floor. Dr. Wright, you've been a stalwart for Argyle ISD, Argyle community. I mean, I don't think anybody in this room knows when you weren't superintendent. And I just thank you for that. You've led this district from, what, 2 buildings to now many more planned. done it when we've had to recruit people to come, and now we're in a situation where we're having to not let transfers in certain schools. But you've always been a face, and I echo what folks have said, is that you've always been a face not only of Argyle, but also every sporting event, every theater event, and truly, yeah, you are a legacy. And so I have, mixed emotions with this, and one being I'm happy for you, I'm excited for you, in that you can get some peace. You can have that. You can retire and enjoy yourself without having to be part of all of this. But also, I'm definitely nervous, or I'm thankful that you are staying on at least until through June, so you can be helpful to us in finding someone who can adequately replace you. So, thank you for everything you've done.
And again, I think it goes without saying that we could be up here all night, and then into the morning, speaking about Dr. Wright's illustrious career in education, but also for this district, and how much she means to each one of us individually. And the goal is to be able to do as best as we can. Won't be able to do justice to celebrate her the rest of the school year. But as I've said, that your legacy is cemented in this district, and you won't ever be forgotten for sure. But I could go on forever, and I'm going to try not to cry tonight and save that for the regularly scheduled board meeting on May 15th. So, all right. Any other comments? All right. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. At this time, we will adjourn to executive session. No more action will be taken tonight. The time is 6:18 p.m. So.